Okay, so in this video we're going to do problems 31 through 35. Start out with problem 31. We're going to be determining whether y is a function of x. First, what you're going to want to do is solve out the equation for y. So you'll be getting y equals 5x squared plus 1. From that, you can go ahead and just put numbers in for x. As long as you only get one answer for y, the function will be, the equation will be a function because it will pass the vertical line test. So the answer will be a yes. For 32, we'll be doing the same thing. Go ahead and solve the equation out for y. So again, you'll just plug in a number for x. As long as you get a one answer for y, which you do in this case, the answer will be b yes. It is a function. Okay, now for 33, we're given f of x equals cosine of x, and g of x equals pi over 2x, and we're going to evaluate f of g of 1. So what you're going to do is plug 1 into g, so you'll be getting pi over 2 times 1 equals pi over 2, and then you will plug pi over 2 into f of x, which would be the cosine of pi over 2, which equals 0. So the answer is C, 0. For 34, we're going to determine whether the function is even, odd, or neither. For the function f of x equals x squared to the quantity 9 minus x squared. So what we can first do is evaluate the problem, f of x, because 9 of x is squared. It just means there's 2 of them. Then go and evaluate that further. Now what we'll do is, from this equation, you'll plug in a positive and negative 1 number. I would suggest 1 because it'd be the easiest. When you go and do that, f of 1 will equal 64, and f of negative 1 will equal 100. From that, because of that, the answer would be C, neither, because what you want to do is, on a graph, when you're going to plug in, say, negative 1 and 1, for it to be even, both answers would have to be the same for negative 1 and 1. To be odd, the negative 1 and 1 would have to be opposites, but because this is neither of those, it would be C, neither. For 35, we'll be doing the same thing of determining whether it is a function even, odd, or neither. For the equation, I'll just write it down here, f of x equals x sine of 4x. What we'll do is plug in a positive and negative. I did pi over 8 for mine. So f of pi over 8 just makes it a little simplistic. You'll see why in a minute. So plug that in. And then there'd be sine of pi over 2, because you'd multiply it by 4. That would equal pi over 8 times sine pi over 2 equals 1. Remember, using the circle. And then that would equal pi over 8. And then when we plug in negative pi over 8 to the equation, you would get negative pi over 8 times sine of negative pi over 2, which would be the same thing as 3 pi over 4. 3 pi over 2. Then you go and evaluate this, you'll get negative pi over 8 times a negative 1, which would equal pi over 8. So because they be the same answer, even though the input is positive and negative, it would be A even.